Tomorrow, being Saturday, 12:30, Chelsea will be taking on West Ham United at the London Stadium. Obviously, this is not going to be an easy match. There's no Premier League match, Premier League team that is an easy team to play. All of them are really hard. Compared to a West Ham team that trashed us 3-0 last season after a very good outing against Liverpool. Last season after our first match, we had a very good outing against Liverpool, and I was like, I expected much from Chelsea, but after that 3-1 pumping, oh my god, that got me questioning what the fuck. Because obviously last season we had a very good preseason. Like, off the back of a good preseason, we won the Premier League summer series, and to like us getting pumped 3-1 by West Ham, that was a surprise. I didn't really see that coming. But if you can remember the return leg, the second match, the return leg for the West Ham game, we actually pumped them 5-0 against West Ham, which I think is a very good clapback. You get me? But the West Ham we played last season and the West Ham that we have this season are kind of two different West Ham, because they have made a very huge and heavy investment, and they have a new coach in Lopetegui, and they have signed players like Aaron Wan-Bissaka, John-Claude Todibo, Chris Somerville, Calvin Phillips. Okay, Calvin Phillips was in January last year. Calvin Phillips is now in Ipswich Town, so sorry about that. John-Claude Todibo, Chris Somerville, Gadio Rodriguez, and Aaron Wan-Bissaka. And I think this West Ham side is a little bit better from what we played or what we saw last time we met them. But withstanding all the investment and all the players they have signed and everything they have done, I think we still have the squad, and we are still well to do, and we have like the quality of players to go and beat this West Ham side. Genuinely. I think they are very good side. They have a new manager. They have good coach. They actually have 4 points, and I think they are sitting around the second half of the table. Actually, I can't remember their position again, but this is going to be a genuinely tough match. I think we might see West Ham is a team that sits low block like Bournemouth. You get me? It's a team that sits low block like Bournemouth, and I think from our excuses in our Bournemouth game, like we have players like Romeo Lavia being out, Enzo Fernandez being out as well, and then we have likes of Malo Gusto, who was equally out as well, and then we have who else? Even Drisby Hall, even though no one really missed him, but like he was equally out. He could have offered something different in that lineup, but he was out. But we have all these players, we have to put in context that they are all back equally. And actually, going into this match, I think I would love to see different lineup, some changes in the lineup, actually the back line. If someone like Sanchez put up a good performance like he did against Bournemouth. Obviously, I haven't really been the biggest fan of Robert Sanchez, but that match against Bournemouth, I think he kind of, I don't know, is this his redemption season? You get me? Because obviously, so far so good. He hasn't been really bad. He hasn't been really bad at all, but we have seen a lot of improvements from him. Saving a penalty, obviously. He was solid, and obviously he has been solid so far so good. He has been solid, and then we have likes of Tosin Adrabayo, who I think I've said it that he gives me the Thiago Silva vibes, and I would love to see him start in this match. Genuinely, I would love to see him start in this match. And Jadon Sancho, I think we don't even need to talk about it. I think he definitely needs to start if we want to win this match. For a low block side, a player like Jadon Sancho is a player that he like dribbling. He's going to give us a different type of game from that left wing side. He's going to offer us what I think he's different from all of our other profile of left wingers in the club at the moment. and Christopher Nkunku. I think it's going to be a lot of headache selecting the starting 11 for this match. Obviously, I've made 11 and 11 that I think would beat this match, would beat this West Ham side genuinely. So now let me show you this is my let me show you my starting 11, and then I will tell you my predicted scoreline. On the screen here is my starting 11. Okay, normally Robert Sanchez. Number one is because he's the goalkeeper that Enzo Maresca has said he has entrusted to be using as a Premier League, as our league goalkeeper, obviously, and given with the match his performance against Bournemouth, I think it's obvious he starts. I think it's a no brainer. He starts this match. The saves he made again in that match, and I think so far so good. He has been good, genuinely, genuinely, and I love the way he has. I don't should I say he has proven me wrong, but we just have to see. We just have to see. This is like the fifth game of the season he has played, so we just have to see. Maybe in when it's like 10 games or so, we kind of judge Robert Sanchez. But so far so good. He has been good. He has been very very solid, and then right wing, the man that has been missing in Malo Gusto. Malo Gusto wasn't available for a match against them. He picked up an injury in a match against Crystal Palace, and then which saw him forced out. And then we are hoping he could have returned against Bournemouth. And we saw players like Rich James actually, who is equally out. I don't think he's available. I think there are pictures of him being at the Cobham, but he's like still doing he's not really like training with the first team, but like maybe some these maybe indoor, they're still checking him out, rehabilitation and stuff like that. And that's how that's the easy choose, easy pick from the goalkeeper to the right wing is an easy pick. Malo Gusto starts for us, where he's welcome back. I would love to see him. I think we missed him against Bournemouth. Genuinely, I think we missed him against Bournemouth. Having this asset there, having in mind that that is not his natural wing, also, but I think we missed him. I think we missed him, and I think obviously he's going to be the one inverting in this game. And I've always said to want to see Cucurella invert, but that match against seeing Cucurella invert, kind of shows what Cucurella helps steadies our backline, which Disasi couldn't do, and given that number two position wasn't his wing. So this is an easy pick, Malo Gusto, and then we move on to our two centre backs. I'll be picking Tosin Adrabayo and Levi Kowe. As you can see, I made some changes there. Normally it would have been Levi Kowe and Wesley Fofana. Obviously, I think Wesley Fofana didn't really look good. He didn't really look good against Bournemouth, but you can say because he's Disasi was there and this and that. But obviously, I think Tosin Aldrabayo deserves a chance to start this game. We saw him. He came in, he steadied the ship. He gave us this calmness that I don't normally get from our backline. You get me? There's this calmness that comes from him that I don't see from our backline. Genuinely, our backline doesn't give me that amount of calmness that I get from Tosin Adrabayo. So I think he easily starts. And Levi Colwell, so far so good. He has been good, especially against Bournemouth. Even though the backline wasn't good, he was steady. When he was off for international break with England, fantastic, very phenomenal player. And I think I think even though I would like to agree that Fofana and Korea are the future of our centre back. But I would like to see Tosin and Rabayo getting that lineup. You all know I've always wanted to see Tosin and Rabayo in that centre back. Let's just give him a chance this match and see what happens. No, but at the left wing side, obviously, no brainer. Cucurella, who has been so far so good, he has been solid. One of our important players. He has been impressive, given the fact that last season or last 2 seasons we are calling for his neck, even me. even though like I haven't started the channel, but like I was obviously calling for his neck. I didn't want him starting, but I think he has redeemed himself. And then I think the next person that's redeeming himself is Robert Sanchez. He's proving to be a worthy investment as well. So let's move into the midfield. We have Moses Casado or Moses Case. So Moses Casado, I think this is one of our best player in Chelsea. This is one of our best player in Chelsea. Given the fact that he's always available. Even though I don't really think the midfield of Moses Casado and Enzo Fernandez is the best overall, I prefer a Romeo Lavia. But Romeo Lavia is coming back from injury, and you don't expect team to be thrown um, in just like that. So I think Moses Casado and Enzo Fernandez, who was out because of sickness or brief or illness, um, they are back. I think he starts. Um, this center midfield. I think we are light in that center in this center area. We send out likes of Leslie Gochuku, send us likes of Santos, and then we have sorry to Milavia, who is like injury prone. We have him around the squad. I don't know our plans. Those be all can really can't really play like any of these two players. Maybe you mentioned Renato Vega, but you know, but these two players starts for me. And at the right wing side of the position, I think no, let's move number 10. The number 10 is Kopama, obviously. That's a no-brainer. Even though he was silent against Bonamot, but I think he's currently our best player so far. I think he's the best player in England. In fact, from last season till now, he's like the best player in England. I don't know for anybody else, but like he has more goal contribution than anyone else, including Haaland. Goal contribution, goal and assist, highest than everybody else in England. You know, solid player, quality player. And in the right wing of the other side of the attacking position, we have Noni Madueke, which a lot of people would say he doesn't deserve to start. He wants Pedro Neto to start. Obviously, yeah, Noni Madueke wasn't really, really, really good against Bonamot. Yeah, he wasn't really solid. Maybe he was selfish some places and sometimes, but this is a young player, and I think we know what he can offer. On a good day, we know what Noni Madueke can offer. But obviously, I think she should be given one more chance. It's not like one more chance and then he's getting rid of. But I obviously think he needs to start this match for me. I think he needs to start. Definitely, definitely. He needs to start this match. Let's just give him one more chance and see what happens. Easy on a very good day, we know what Noni Madueke can offer us as an attacking option. If he links up with Kopama, well, we know he's a very dangerous player. So I think Pedro Neto should come from bench from this one, because obviously on the other side you saw who I have there is Jordan Sancho, the man of the match against Bonamot, a man who I said that he is an absolute bargain. He's I think is the best signing, the best bargain, the best signing we made this 2024 summer. It's the best signing, arguably. You get me? 25 million plus add-ons. Oh, Sancho, bro, that's mad. That's mad. That's a bargain. So I think he starts. Obviously, deserves to start. Given that he has a very nice performance against Bonamot. I think he should start this game. West Ham are going to play a low block. Now we are going to need the help of him and Noni Madueke, the two players who has a 1v1 to kind of dribble, make spaces, because there's going to be a lot of tight spaces where Tam are going to sit a very low block and get us on a counter. So we need players like Noni Madueke and Jordan Sancho to like get them off those tight spaces. And in my number 9 position, obviously, as you can see, I have Nkunku there. On a normal day, I would have put Jackson, but I think Jackson need to start on the bench, and then be So I don't know, but I think he needs to start on the bench just for this match. I feel like Kungu has put up a very good argument, a very good display for him to start this match, and I think they should give him the start. Another thing has to show, like, it depends on how they train. Jackson is a very hard worker, but I think Jackson needs to sit on the bench because that I think, even though I like him and I think he's a good player, but last match he was terrible, and that has always been him. That's Jackson for you. Very inconsistent player, very good player, but very, very inconsistent. He scores today, he doesn't score tomorrow, and stuff and stuff. And I think he needs to be sat down on bench for once, and then maybe come in as a sub. You get me? So he could fight for his place, because I think he's a little bit relaxed, because he feels like no matter what happens, he's definitely going to start the next match, which I think is not a very good mindset for if you are trying to build a very solid team. You get me? So this is my lineup. What do you think I should change? Just tell me what you think I should change, or give me your own starting 11 at the comment section. So now let's talk about my scoreline prediction. Whew. Last match I predicted 3-1. Obviously, this match I think I'll predict we get a clean sheet, double clean sheet for for Robert Sanchez. 2-0 win. Let's say 2-0 win. You get me? 2-0 win. Maybe Jordan Sancho scores, Kupama scores, or Jackson come off the bench and then score. But we just have to see how it goes down. But I want this is a very I think this for confidence building, this is a must win. For confidence building, this is a must win for Chelsea, for the fans and for the players as well. You get me? So that's all for now. Do well to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Go be.